So you're putting together this summit, pretty large here in San Diego.
Yes.
Dentists from all over the country will be attending.
Yes.
And you have a big speaker lineup. So what's your goal with this?
The biggest goal for me is to get the doctor to pay attention to their business. So I want them to take 2 days, come to San Diego in October, which is a beautiful time of the year here in San Diego, get away from all the snow, and they're gonna spend 2 days with us getting speakers that are the experts in the field of business. My focus is just that, making sure that they understand that their collections has a certain value for them. Their return on investment has a certain value for them. They need to pay attention, and we need to make sure that they understand how their business is performing. Look, a lot of dentists don't know what to pay attention to because they're dentists. We're going to help them run a corporation.
Now, you shared with me a little bit about your numbers in your own 2 practices.
Yes.
I know you just sold 1, but you have 2 left. And these are in areas that aren't the highest end areas in San Diego. San Marcos, Chula Vista. And I've heard doctors say, well, Randy, Chula Vista, but you're killing it in both of these areas.
Look, the fact is...
So it doesn't matter what area you're in?
It doesn't, right? I mean, it's always an excuse for us to say, I'm doing this poorly because of my location or because of my city or because of whatever the reasons are. It's really easy to pick on why you're not in a position that you need to be. But the fact is, you got to connect with your patients, you got to connect with your consumer base, and you also have to make sure that you're talking to them as though this is what's in your mouth, this is what's going on. So we focus a lot on show and tell within my practice, and it's simple. I mean, the photos and the pictures speak for themselves. So
this is your first one.
Yes.
And it's going to be big.
Yes.
You've been going to conferences your entire career probably. And so what are some of the things you want to make sure that you do better? Maybe, because everybody, when they start something, they want to be good. They want to maybe stand out. So how do you think this will be different than what's currently out there or what you've been to in the past?
Yeah, look, the difference is this, is that when I go to conferences, where I go to events, I'm not comfortable on Monday going in and implementing, right? And so I go in and I go to a conference like we all do, right, as dentists, because that's exciting. We get away for a couple of days from our office and whatever other situations that we're in. But then we go back on Wednesday, Thursday, the following week, and we're going back to the same situation because we don't want to implement certain things that we just learned. And sometimes it's too difficult. So I think the difference here is, and I'm talking to my speakers about this, is to make sure that it's practical information that they're providing to any dentist, whether they're new dentists that just graduated to a seasoned dentist. Look, financial numbers are important for everybody, but implementation is really key as well. So I want to make sure that people are getting great information to where they can go in the following week and implement it in their place of business or in their journey.
And it's 2 days.
2 days.
In October.
That's right.
How do they sign up? What's the best time to do that?
Well, you can go on sevenfiguredental.com and /sign up. And it's kind of connected to my strategic partnership program. So we have a bunch of partners that you can save thousands of dollars with as well. And that information is all on that link. But basically, they will go through that. And then here in a couple of weeks, we're also going to have a link that will directly guide you to the registration form.
Do you envision general dentists with a mix of specialists as well?
Everybody. The fact is, as much as you want to say that you're a periodontist or an oral surgeon, you'd be surprised how many specialists I talk to today that their net is 12%, 14%, although they're grossing in collections over $3 million. And so if you're netting 10, 12, 15% on $3 million as a specialist or as a general dentist, this summit's for you because that's not a very good net.
The oral surgeons, periodontists, prosthodontists, the ones that I deal with, and these are some of the biggest names in dentistry, they see the writing on the wall. Their referrals are going away slowly. Yep. People are taking weekend courses for dental implants. They're learning, for the periodontist, they're learning, laser dentistry or Lanap procedures, things like that. So I think almost especially for the specialist, this is a good time to go out there and see what's going on.
Look, the specialist game is going to change in the next 5 to 10 years, and you better start paying attention because those referrals coming from the GP's practices are going to dwindle away in the next 8 to 10 years, and you need to be in front of that. And if you're not in front of it, what's going to end up happening is all of those referrals go away, and your specialty now doesn't become as exciting.
That's nice. Okay, so something for everyone. the person that's just starting out and then the person that's already at $1 million or $2 million.
And you know, the other side of it is you're going to collaborate and you're going to come into a community of doctors where you can talk and socialize and build friends. And you'd be surprised how that, you know, early dental graduate is going to talk to somebody that's seasoned, and they can share a lot of information as well. So there's a lot just outside of the speaking, formal speaking engagements that we have set up as well, where a lot of, you know, collaboration and camaraderie, I think, will be valuable as well.
Do you think this will give them a little bit of the leverage to actually implement and take action with what they learn?
Yeah, you know, and that's the key. Look, through this referral program that I'm talking about, I've been able to get tremendous amount of, I mean, I can tell you, and I'm not exaggerating this number, $500,000-$600,000 of referrals just from people that I've met going to these types of programs.
Nice.
So you have to put yourself out there and put yourself in a position to, one, want to learn, and two, be in the dental community. You'd be surprised at what could come from it.
And these are mostly people from San Diego or all over?
All over. I mean, we want everybody from around the country to come. There's no reason not to want to come to San Diego in October, especially if you're on the East Coast. But certainly the locals are welcome as well.
And all they have to do is pick up like one or two little nuggets or one or two little distinctions that can literally be a pivot point to their practice, take their career in a new direction.
Look, the fact is this. The fact is you might not be far away. It's just like you're saying, you might not be far away. It's just that you're 2-3 steps behind where you need to be in order to see the light at the end of the tunnel that you've always been, you know, trying to get to.
Are you of the belief that if you're slow as a practice, that the dentist probably has something to do with it?
Well, the dentist has everything to do with it.
Because you were telling me in the green room that oftentimes they say, well, it's my market, it's my office manager, it's my front desk.
It all starts with the dentist. The dentist is the leader. The dentist is the business owner. I believe through this summit and through our business mastery program that we're going to continue on with in 2021, we want to directly go at the dentist, at the leader, because that's the main source of the problem. Certainly there are some subsidiary or some ancillary issues going on within the practice that is also problematic. Look, we still all have problems. I have problems all the time as well. We have to have the ability to put out fires, but it all starts with the leader. And if the leader isn't right, and if the operating system of the leader isn't right, then everything else trickles to not being correct.
Do you believe that most of the dentists out there need to enlarge their vision of what's possible?
Oh my word. I mean, look, maximum potential is something that I talk about a lot. And I can tell you, as I stand in front of you here, I have not reached my maximum potential. And there's got to be dentists out there that truly, genuinely believe that they can and will do better than where they are currently positioned, whether you're winning or losing. Even if you're winning, there's still a lot of room for improvement.
Good.
You know, and that's something I think that's really important.
Well, thank you for coming on the program.
Thanks.
Good stuff.
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it.